guys, my name is Victoria Pavlov. I'm the Photoshop artist. Welcome to my studio. In this tutorial, I will show to you how easy you can create very beautiful impressionist art in Adobe Photoshop. Guys, as I'm always mentioning, all my tutorials are not scripted. I'm just sharing my passion. I'm just sharing my experience with you. So guys, please don't hesitate. If you have any questions, just ask. I will be more than happy answer any of your questions. And this tutorial, we will create this beautiful swan from scratch in Adobe Photoshop. And we will be using free Adobe Impressionist brushes we downloaded from Adobe website. So guys, we will start with this empty layer, simple background white layer, and we will finish with this beautiful swan. Guys, thank you so much for being with me. Super appreciated all your support. Thank you guys. Let's start. So guys, let's start. I have opened a rough outline of our swan. And by the way, guys, you can create your sketch in many ways. You can create your sketch in Photoshop using the curvature pen tool, as I did in this particular example. You can use the pen tool, you can use the brush tool, or you can create your sketch using simple traditional piece of paper and pencil. You can outline your subject, you can take picture of it using your mobile device and bring it in Photoshop. Guys, everything is up to you. Don't stress out about how you should do this or that. Everything is up to you. It's your creation, it's your art. You even can use your photo as base layer and outline it in Photoshop, as I said before, using the pencil tool, using pen tool, using the curvature pen tool, or using the pen tool. Guys, everything is up to you. Everything is so easy. Just enjoy your creation. And now I have two layers. First layer is background layer, simple white background, and top layer is our sketch layer. Now, let's talk about our brushes. Stay with me and I will be back just in a second. Let's talk about brushes, guys. Today we will be working on Impressionist painting, so we will be talking only about Impressionist brushes. By the way, guys, you can download tons of absolutely amazing brushes from Adobe website absolutely for free. If you are Creative Cloud subscriber, all these brushes are free for you. How you can download them? It's simple. Open your brushes panel, click on this accordion menu and click on get more brushes. Click on it and you will be redirected to Adobe website where you can download all these amazing brushes for free. Yes, guys, for free. Now let's talk about a brushes organization. I love all my brushes organized by folders and subfolders. I love it. As you can see, I have a lot of brushes and all of them organized. If I will click on Impressionist folder, you can see that here I have Impressionist brushes, but I'm not using all of them all the time. I have few of them my absolutely favorite. So how I will remember which brush is my favorite? It's super easy. You need to organize your favorite brushes by folders and subfolders, as I did. If I will click on my favorite Impressionist brushes folder, you can see that I have a main folder, my favorite Impressionist brushes, and I have few subfolders, background brushes and my main brushes. My main brushes are brushes I use pretty much with everything. I mean Impressionist brushes, and also I have Impressionist background brushes I use for my background, and my favorite Impressionist brushes I use from time to time, but they're my favorites. So guys, now if I need to start working on my Impressionist painting, I don't need to figure out what was my last favorite brush I used. I will expand my folders and I will find all my favorite brushes. But what if I would like to use same brushes in my mobile workflow with Adobe Fresco? Guys, what I did is so simple. I have created my, let me close it. I have created my Creative Cloud library, brushes I use in Photoshop. And here I have all my brushes, favorite brushes I use in Photoshop. So guys, I can open this library in Adobe Fresco and I can use my favorite Photoshop brushes in Fresco. How can I add my brush to my Creative Cloud library? I will show you just in a second. Example, I love this Impressionist brush. I will click on this brush and I will drag this brush into my Creative Cloud library. That's it. Here, you know already, I love brush organization. I love being organized. To organize my Creative Cloud library, I will click on my favorite Impressionist brush and I will click and I will drag it into Impressionist folder. And voila! Here I have my Impressionist folder with my favorite brushes. How you can create folders? It's super easy. Create on folder, create group icon, just like that. Photoshop creates a new group, rename it to tutorial, and voila, you have a new folder. Now click on your favorite brush in a brushes panel, drag it into a Creative Cloud library or directly into our new tutorial folder, just like this. And now you are organized. How you can create favorite folders in your brushes panel? Let me show it to you as well. I will reposition my panel just for better preview for you, just like this. And here, guys, example, I love same Impressionist brush. Let me show to you another way. I will close all my folders just like that. I will click on this folder again, just like that, and voila, Photoshop creates a new group. Here I can change group name. I will change it to Swan tutorial, just to remember, just like that, and I will click OK. Look at this. Photoshop creates a new folder, Swan tutorial. Now, how can I create a subfolder? Same, guys, in same way. I will create a new group, just like that. I will rename it Swan tutorial 1, and I will click OK. And yes, Photoshop creates a new folder. I will click on this folder and I will drag this folder into Swan tutorial folder, and voila, now I have Swan tutorial folder with one subfolder, Swan tutorial subfolder. Now, if I will click on any brush I like, and I will drag it into specific folder, voila, guys. All my brushes are organized now. So, same with subfolder. I will click on my example pumpkin brush and I will drag it into my Swan tutorial 1 subfolder. I will close this folder. I will expand it, and this is how easy, guys, how easy I can organize my brushes in Photoshop. Please, 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 please stay organized with your brushes. Brush organization will help a lot of your time. Guys, it's necessary. It's simply necessary. Stay with me. I will be back in a second and we will continue working on our Swan painting. So guys, let's start. I have two layers. A bottom layer is our background layer and top layer is our sketch layer. I will highlight my background layer. I will click and I will create a new empty layer. A layer without any information, just empty layer. I will click on my brush tool, and here in my Creative Cloud library I have Impressionist folder. I will click on it, I will expand it, and I will click on any brush I would like to work with. Double click and voila! I will increase size of my brush, and guys, I will change color of my brush. Our swan will be white, but because our swan will be swimming in an ocean or lake, swan will reflect all colors from the ocean. I will start with this light blue color, just like this. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will start applying small brush strokes. If you would like, you can change to another brush like I did right now. You don't have to start with one brush and finish your painting using the same brush. Be more creative. Jump between different brushes. If you would like to stay with one particular type of painting, stay with the same brushes family. If you would like to jump between different types of painting, switch between different brushes. Everything is up to you. Today we will stick with Impressionist painting. So I will increase size of my brush, and I will apply first layer of many colors I will be working with today. Guys, I know you will ask me, Victoria, why are you leaving all unpainted pixels in here? You always told us that we should paint everything in our image. Yes, you should, but because we are working on Impressionist painting, we don't need to blend all colors together. We will apply different layers of colors to create our painting. So all these gaps I will cover later on using another color. When you come close to your subject edges, bring size of your brush down, and you will create more accurate borders, just like that. And again, guys, take your time, don't rush. And I will recommend you to use separate layers for each color. Now, I will create a new empty layer under my blue layer. I will switch color of my brush to almost white. I will increase size of my brush, and I will cover all these gaps we talked about just in a second ago. And again, guys, switch between bigger and smaller size of your brush, but don't try to cover entire space with one brush stroke. Guys, please don't. Be more accurate, be more artistic. Take your time. Small brush stroke will create more elegant image. Now I will increase size of my brush, and I will cover the rest of my swan, just like that. Now, guys, I will merge two colored layers together. I will rename this layer to layer number 1. So we will know that layer number 1 is our first colored layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch color of my brush to white because we are working on white swan, and using smaller size of my brush, I will continue working on my painting. Guys, again, use separate layers. Separate layers are our friends. Using separate layers, we can adjust our image at any time. We can even delete our layers at any time. So guys, use separate layers. I'm a big fan of layers, but you know that already. So using this as brush, I will continue working on my painting, and I don't care about if I missed any painted pixels, because guys, we will fix everything later on, and we are working on impressionist painting. Let's create some art, guys. Amazing art, unique art. You know you can do it. I know I can do it. If I can, that means you can too. So guys, did you notice that I'm applying brush strokes, preserving natural swan line? So I'm not applying lines from, I'm not applying brush strokes from top to the bottom, or from bottom to the top, or from the left to the right, from right to the left. I'm applying my brush stroke regarding my swans curves, just like that. I'm a swan's shape, just like that. Look at this. If you want to stay in more realistic way, it's up to you guys. Today we are working on impressionist painting, so I will be working not on realistic painting. So guys, again, it's up to you. It's your creation, it's your art. And again, follow your subject line flow. It's important in any art, traditional and digital. Because we worked on separate layer, I will rename this layer to layer number 2, and I can bring down opacity of this layer just like this. I will create a new empty layer. I will rename it to layer number 3, and using same brush with white color, I will continue working on my painting just like this. Remember guys, just a few seconds ago I said that I don't care if I left any pixels not painted, because we will fix it later on, and this is what we are doing now. Look at this, how beautiful. I love swans. I love them all my life. I'm a big animal lover. I love all animals. So, using same brush, preserving our swans line flow, I'm applying a third level layer of colors, just like that. And guys, why we started with blue color, as I said just a few seconds ago, because our swan located in the ocean or on a lake, in the water, his or her feathers will reflect all colors from the ocean, from the water. So a little bit blue color will help us to create more beautiful image. Look at this. You can use your reference image, or you can use your imagination. Everything is up to you. Now guys, I will highlight my top layer, sketch layer, and I will bring opacity of this layer down, just like this. What I will do now, I will create a new layer on top of my layer number 3, and I will rename this layer to layer number 4. I will change color of my brush to black. I will zoom in my document. I will switch back to my paintbrush. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will apply a splash of black color to our swan's face. And again guys, don't try to apply one brush stroke. Try to work with shorter brush strokes, and you will create unique art. Everything is up to you guys, it's your art. Now I will switch to a red color, just something like this maybe, and I will create our swan's nose or mouth, just like this. And I don't care again if I left any pixels unpainted. I will fix it just in a second. Just like that. Now, I will create a new empty layer. I will use same color with darker shade, and I will apply a little bit shadow to Swan's nose. I will increase size of my brush. I will change opacity of my brush to 36. Just like that. Look at this, guys. How beautiful is it? Now, I will use same color with lighter shade, and I will apply a few highlights to Swan's nose, just like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me hide our sketch layer. Look at this. Now, guys, before we will continue working on our Swan, I would like to add a few colors to our water. But before that, I will rename our, I will not rename, I will merge my current layer, shadow and highlights from Swan's nose to Swan, just like that. Guys, stay with me. I will be back just. Now, guys, let's start working on our water. I will highlight my background layer, white background layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch back to my brush I used just a second ago. I will switch color of my brush to blue. Guys, you can use any color. You even can use pink color for your water. Everything is up to you. But if you will use pink color for your water, you're supposed to add pink reflection to our Swan, not a blue like we did. So this is our blue color. And I will increase size of my brush, and I will start working on our water. Guys, did you notice that I'm using circle movement? I'm applying circle brush strokes to our image. Why? Just because our Swan is in the water, and because he's in the water or she is in the water and moving, Swan creates kind of water movement. I will increase size of my brush, and I will add a few more brush strokes around here. Guys, I still use a brush opacity to 36%. I didn't change anything in my brush setting. Now, I will create a new empty layer under our water layer. I will increase opacity of my brush to 100%. I will change color of my brush to darker shade, same color with darker shade, and look at this. Still circle movement, circle brush strokes. Look at this. How beautiful is it? I love, love, love Impressionist painting. I love it. Look at this. And again, I don't care if I have some pixels not painted. We will fix it. Now let's merge our water layers, because I know I like them. And I will rename this layer to the water. Just like that. Now, I will create a new layer on top of our water layer. I will switch to darker shade of same color. I will bring size of my brush down, and using this brush, I will add a little bit shadows under our Swan. Yes, guys, it's important. Don't forget about all shadows and all highlight. Highlight and shadows are very, very important. look at this, and around here a little bit. And because we use separate layer, guys, yes, you know what I will do now. I will bring opacity of this layer down, and I will create a new empty layer, and I will add a little bit more shadow directly, guys, under our swan, because shadow is always darker directly under our subject, just like this. Now I will merge two shadows layers, and if I like it, I will merge it with our water layer. Yes. I will create a new empty layer. I will bring down opacity of this layer, and using same brush with same color, I will add a little bit of movement to our water. How? It's easy, guys, because our swan is moving. Movement creates a little bit of swan movements. Create a little bit movement in the water, so we will have a little bit of circle movement directly under and next to our swan, just like this. A little bit darker shade of same blue color, and look at this. And as I said just in a second ago, guys, highlight and shadows are important. We applied shadows to our water, time to apply all highlights. I will create a new empty layer under our shadow layer. I will switch to lighter shade of same color, just like that, and I will add a little bit highlights to our water. And look at this, guys. Now we have a movement. Now we have a real breathing water. Look at this. How awesome is it, guys? Perfect. And we can add a little bit different color to our water. I will create a new empty layer on top of all our water layers. I will switch to, let's see, to darker shade of blue color, green color, I'm sorry. I will bring opacity of this layer down, and I will add a little bit green color to our water to make our image more interesting, just like this. Look at this. Now, guys, I will merge all water layers. I will highlight all layers. Simply click and hold down Shift key and click on all layers. Click on accordion menu and click on merge layers, just like this. And now I rename again this layer, our water layer, to water. Perfect. Time to apply a little bit reflection for our swan to the water. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to white color, and using same brush, I will add a little bit reflection directly under our swan, behind, just in the right side, left side, in front, and I will bring down opacity of this layer, just like this. Maybe a little bit more directly under the swan, just like this. And I will merge this layer down. Now we have water layer. Guys, I will be back just in a second, and I will show to you how you can apply more details to your image, how you can add more details, more colors, more art details into our swan. Stay with me, guys. I will be right back. Now, guys, I merged all my swan layers together, and now we have 3 layers. Also, I deleted my sketch layer. We don't need this layer anymore. We have 3 layers: swan layer, water layer, and our background layer. I will create a new empty layer on top of my all layers. I will switch to a darker shade of our blue Swan color. I will bring down opacity of my brush to 26%, and using this brush I will add a few details to Swan's neck, just like that, to his wings, tail, just like this, and a little bit more here. Now, if I will increase size of my brush, I will add a few details to this side of his wing. Now, guys, I will create a new empty layer on top of my Swan layer. I'm just like that. I will switch to white color, and I will add a little bit more color, white color, to my Swan. Just like this. Perfect, right? If I will create a new empty layer on top of my all layers, on top of my shadow layer, and I will bring size of my brush down, I will add a little bit more details to my Swan, and I need to increase opacity of my brush to 100%, just like that. And look at this. And this is our Swan. How beautiful. What else we can add to our image? We need to add Swan eye. I will increase, zoom in my document. I will use same paintbrush with smaller size, and I will add this beautiful eye. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Can we add a little bit more detail to our Swan? Of course, guys, of course we can. We can add as many details as we want. But to be honest with you, I'm happy with this image. I don't want to add a lot of details to this painting, because this is impressionist painting. This is all about impression. It's all about what do you feel, what do you see, what do you want your viewers will see in your image. It's all about what do you feel. So I'm happy with it. What I will do, I will select all my Swan layers. I will merge them together. I need to rename it back to Swan. And now I have 3 layers. One layer is Swan layer, one middle layer is a water layer, and the last layer is our background layer. You can save this image, you can share this image directly from Photoshop. If you will click on share icon, you will be able to share it in a way you like. You can add it to your notes, you can add it to your Lightroom photos. Also, you have a few options how you can share your image, original size or small size. It's up to you, guys. Look at this. We were working with impressively big size of our document, and look at this. No lag, no nothing. It was perfect. Stay with me, guys. And you probably have question, why you didn't show us how we can adjust our brush, how we can modify our brush. Yes, we can, but be honest with you, with impressionist brushes I downloaded from Adobe website, I don't have to adjust my brush, because I love all impressionist brushes as they are. Usually I'm not adjusting, I'm not modifying them. But stay with me, I will show to you a few modifications for our brushes to control our painting. Just stay with me, I will be back in a second. Okay, let's talk about our brushes. I still have active my last brush I used, impressionist brush, and I will click on brush setting. I will expand it just for better preview for you guys, just like that. And here, guys, you can preview your brush. all this I didn't modify any setting. All these settings are default. I didn't touch anything. But if you will click on each of them, example, if you will click on shape dynamics, you can adjust your brush, you can modify your brush. First of all, I would love to bring your attention to this. If pen pressure wasn't specified, first of all, specify control to pen pressure like it was, because it's important to have full control over your brush. And because we are working with tablets and we have our pen, it's easy to have control over our brush stroke using pressure sensitivity. So always specify control to pen pressure. Also, you can adjust angle jitter to direction. Scattering, you can change anything in scattering. Texture, smoothing, you can uncheck or check. It was checked by default. You can adjust color dynamics. Transfer, you can do anything you like. But as I said before, guys, I'm not touching anything in brush settings, specifically with impressionist brushes, because I love them as they are. That's why I didn't bring your attention to brush setting before we started working on our painting, because I'm not adjusting it, particular with brushes we used today. So I'm not adjusting them, so I didn't show to you how you can modify them. This is why just wanted to bring your attention to it, just in case if you will wonder, Victoria, why you didn't show how you modified your brushes. I did not. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you in this tutorial. Just create, just enjoy your creation, bring your imagination to life. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.